Hey, Tanya.
Yes.
Zillow script. Hey, are you the listing agent?
No, I'm not the listing agent for this specific property. However, I'm the premier agent in this area. Do you have any other
Oh, that's what's up, Tanya. I was not expecting
Good
that.
shit, Tanya.
Okay.
Good shit. Okay, ask me one, Tanya. Ask me one on the Google or on the Zillow.
I got one for you, Andre.
Go ahead.
I'm working with an agent.
Hey, Jordan, can we agree that if I show you this property and you're even remotely interested in wanting to make an offer, that I can represent you in the sale of this property?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Hey, Tanya, is this property pending?
Looks like this property has already accepted an offer. However, I do have several other properties that, are just like this, that fits this criteria. So do you want to go ahead and look at it or I don't
No,
know.
that was great.
Hey,
No,
Tanya,
you
do
did
you have your
great.
script book out?
All right, I'll start
Or is
from
that all off
again.
the top of your head?
Yes, this property has accepted the offer. However, we do have several other properties that matches the same criteria. Do you want to go ahead and look at it?
Hey, Tanya, I got a question. Do you have your scripts out, or is that all off the top of your head?
It's on top of my head.
Wow, that's really Tanya. That's really good. Honestly, I thought Andre was gonna stump you big time with that.
That's why you're killing it, Tanya. That's why you were absolutely crushing it with these Zillow calls and everything, because you're studying your scripts. And look at 3 weeks ago when you're like, don't call on me, to now you're in your car. You're at the point where you're putting people in contract. That's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
So kudos to you on that.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, so Tanya,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna do one role play with you, and then we'll get out of here and we'll go over our solutions since we have a small crowd today.
Okay.
Now, one thing that we talked about is the importance of the buyer's consultation,
Yes.
right? And it's hard sometimes, especially with certain type of buyers, which you kind of already experience.
Yes.
So, Andre, Mr.
Yes.
Turn your camera off. Can you be the buyer? I want Tanya to be the agent.
Okay.
Don't make it too tough. Don't make it too easy for her. And I want her to go through her buyer's consultation.
Perfect.
All right. Hi, Andre. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. How are you doing, Tanya?
Great. Good to know that. Are you excited about your buying process?
I am very excited.
Great. Good to know. And apart from this property, is there any other? Okay. What was the first
You got
slide?
it. Keep going up the top of your head. Keep going.
Just keep going.
Okay. Just give me the first slide. Just give me the first slide. What was
What's
that?
got you motivated? So what's
Okay.
got you motivated into buying a home?
Okay. Hi, Andre. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. How about you?
I'm doing pretty well. Are you excited about your buying process?
Very excited.
Great. So what has you motivated about this property?
You know what? Me and my wife, we rent over in the Bay Area and we want to relocate. We have one kid now and we have another one on the way. So it's a lot cheaper down here than it is to buy a house than it is to rent over in the Bay Area.
It is. We are seeing many clients that are shifting from Bay Area to this area because of the market. There is in Bay Area, houses are pretty more expensive as compared to this. So I can see a shift in most of the clients. I can definitely believe that. And what does your ideal house look like? Like, what are your expectations for it?
We would like a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. Me and my wife do work remote from home. So a 4-bed, 2-bath, RV access. And then I like something with a little bit more open concept.
All right, I get it. So apart from this house, is there any other house that you liked?
No, not at all.
All right, no problem. I know you're really excited about your buying process, Andre. Are you in touch with a lender by chance?
I haven't spoken to a lender yet. I've just been kind of going online, but do you have somebody in mind?
Oh, yes, we do have a lender that we work with, and I can give you your contact information to him, and he'll be pretty soon contacting you with all the details and queries you have, of your financial situations. You can discuss with him, and he can give you better solutions, And we do have first-time home buyers program, and I think he can give you more options so that you both can work on it and come out with a better solution.
Oh, awesome. No, that sounds fantastic.
Yeah, so I heard you loud and clear, Andre, that you're looking for 4 bed, 2 bed, and with the RV access, and you want kind of like open concept, like the open
Yes.
concept. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. All right, great. So have you heard about the market lately, Andre?
No, I haven't. I mean, I know on the news it's like crazy, but like I haven't really heard like too much more because I'm just new into the process.
Oh yeah, market is crazy on right now. The supply is low and the demand is high, Due to demand is high, supply is low, we are getting like multiple offers on each property. That makes us really difficult, and we need to come out with a strong offer. And first of all, I like to discuss some market situations with you. Is that the list price is stated as the bid price. That means the houses are being sold at more than what they are listed for. And secondly, each house is getting like multiple offers, like maybe over 5-6 offers. And it's very important for us in this market to come out with a really strong offer in order to get accepted, so that we're not wasting our times. We have to get our offer accepted. So for that, we need to be really aggressive in coming out with our offer. And thirdly, I'll say that, the banks hold, thirdly is that the homes are being sold more than what the banks are appraising for, and the sellers accept us to come with a difference in appraisal. So that being said, Andre, we all know that cash is the king. So apart from cash and their down payment,
What cash do you have? How much money do you have set aside?
Yeah.
You're good. Go ahead.
As we all know, Andre, cash is the king. So apart from down payment, do you have any other reserves to cover up that difference if that comes up? Like
now, yeah. So I do have like a 401k, but when you're saying the difference in appraised value, can you explain that a little bit more? Are you saying that that the sellers are expecting us to pay? Is that out of pocket? Can we finance that into the loan?
Oh, sure. I'll give you an example. If a house is listed at 500 and we make an offer at 480, and the bank's appraisals like at 480. So the 20,000 difference is the appraisal. The banks wouldn't go further from that. So that's the 20,000 difference that the sellers accept us to cover up. So that's the 20,000 difference. Yeah, I'm telling you, like, do you have that in hand, like cash or any savings or 401k if you need to cover up that?
So I have about 100K in my 401k. So I just wanted to get a little bit better understanding, and that makes sense with the homes being bidded over the list price. So no, I have about 100 grand in our 401k, and then we also do have about 20-30 in our savings account.
Oh, that's completely okay. That's really nice. So I think we'll be able to come up with a good offer, and get accepted positively. So what was the last slide?
So cash is king. You said that already, and then you over it. Now you're going to go into. So, Andre, now I really want to talk to you about what the Camara group does different.
Oh, yeah.
And how we help. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Let me just go through it. I'm not having scripts in front of me.
Yeah, no. So let's go ahead and take a pause, right? I appreciate you trying to work through this, and I think you do a pretty good job. You know what happens, Tanya, and when we got you lead certified, right, you had this super down, right? Like it was flawless and perfect, but then we don't practice it, right? And then it kind of falls apart on us, a little bit. And I'll say, this is your secret weapon. Andre, when you don't deliver the buyer's consultation, what are your transactions like?
I don't have any, or they're dismal.
Because it's hard. And why do you think that is? Like, why is the buyer's consultation so important for you?
Because especially in a market right now where you have so many people wanting to be real estate agents because it's popular, the market's great. The skilled agent is going to be the one that is the separator. And when you master the buyer's consultation, if they're shopping around at other agents, nobody's delivering that. So it's just another way for us to stand out amongst our competition as well.
So Tanya, when we're not delivering the buyer's consultation, I could definitely understand that because right now it's not comfortable for you and confident. But if we practice like even on a daily basis, right? You kind of just practice your buyer's consultation for 10 minutes. It's going to be that secret weapon. I mean, here's the thing. We show properties to buyers that we think can get pre-approved, or we think maybe they are pre-approved and we don't want to ask them. Well, if we do that in the buyer's consultation, we find out exactly if they're pre-approved, if we should be showing them a bunch of homes or if we should not. And then if they're not pre-approved, that gives us a hint that we should get them with a lender, because part of being a really great agent is getting the clients to take the next steps of home ownership, right?
Yes.
Another thing too, we go into homes, right? And we don't tell them about the new market. We don't set any expectations. Well, when anyone's going to buy anything, they want a good deal, and they want to make sure that they didn't overpay for the property. So no matter what, if you don't have a conversation about the new market, and a strong conversation at that, why would anyone want to pay $20,000, $30,000 over the asking price? Why would anyone want to pay a difference in appraisal? Why would anyone want to come in with their highest and best offer because we're not going to receive a counteroffer? And I think that is due to the market conditions, that this is outside of your control. This is outside of my control. But if you want to purchase a home in today's era, you have to do this. So then you set that expectation, and they find a home and they're like, oh, well, Tanya already kind of told me what I need to do. I've been looking, I finally found the one that I love. Now we need to come in with an aggressive offer. Now, if you don't have that conversation, Tanya, and they find a home they love, once again, they're flea market buyers, they're discount buyers. Everyone wants to get something for as cheap as possible and offer as little as possible. So without setting that expectation, I'd say 80% of your clients are gonna want to make an under asking offer.
Yes, I agree. This is happening to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, and that's why these trainings are so great to prevent it. And if you can master your buyer's consultation, Andre, how many of the buyers that you work with even suggest coming in under asking price?
Never at all. And I don't work with them if they do, because I vetted them through the buyer's consultation. It's like the job interview, basically, where I find out if they're going to be a good fit or not.
Exactly.
Definitely,
So
yes.
here's another thing, Andre. Don't you show properties that need repairs?
100%.
Okay. Now on those properties, they need all this work, right? Like, are you going in there and getting your buyers like $10,000, $15,000 in seller repairs, or what's happening in those scenarios?
In those scenarios, no, my buyers are willing to take on the burden of having, within reason, of making those repairs, because they understand in this market that that's just a non-negotiable, because we have so much buyer competition and it's very much of a seller's market.
Okay, and how do they realize that? Like
they realize through the buyer's consultation.
Okay.
When we're telling them how much homes are selling for, the lack of supply. We're setting that standard, so they understand going into it that things that may be in a market that would favor buyers, they're not asking for things because they understand, based on what we're telling them about the market, that we have to be aggressive under any and all circumstances. This question:
what happens if a client comes in? They come into your showing and they go, man, I really like the property. I would offer them what they want, but all these repairs, I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to do that. Let's go in at 10 grand under. What are you saying to those people?
Unfortunately, it's not about the repairs that need to be done. It's about what the market's doing, Mr. Buyer. And right now, buyers are purchasing properties and taking on the repairs that need to be done because of the lack of homes that are on the market and because how competitive it is. So I understand what you're saying, Mr. Buyer, but right now in this market, it's irrelevant, because there are buyers out there that are willing to come in well over list price to secure a property like this.
And that's a great response. That's actually, kind of impressed me a little bit. Another thing you could say too, Tanya, is like, look, Tanya, I understand you wanting all these repairs done, but the property is priced accordingly due to the repairs. And the sellers know if they do all these repairs that you're asking for, that the value, they can sell the home for a lot more money. So more than likely the sellers knew about these repairs. They didn't want to take care of them. But if we force the sellers to take care of these, my thinking is they're probably going to want to put this home back on the market and get more money for it. And then also, Andre, to consider, I know we want this home to be perfect. I know we want it, to come in and put no work, but at this price point, unfortunately, we're not purchasing new homes. And there will be some factors with the property. Now, obviously, we don't want leaky roofs, broken windows, things of that nature, but these seem to be more cosmetic. So that might have been long-winded, Tanya, but the point is, hey, you're not buying a brand new home. And second of all, I understand wanting to get the repairs done, but the home is priced accordingly with the repairs that need to be done. If the seller does the repairs, they can get a whole lot more money, and that's going to put that home outside of our price range.
Got it.
Some are always a little bit difficult. Some are a little bit more difficult. You won't always have to do that. But the point that I'm trying to make is the buyer's consultation. If you were a ninja, it's like your sword, right? You can't be a ninja without a sword.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can't be a ninja without a weapon. And this weapon will protect you from bullets, from enemies, from pretty much any type of combat. You just need to become one with your weapon. And your weapon in this case scenario just happens to be your buyer's consultation.
Yeah, I understand. I have been on like 3-4 showings. Out of one, buyer was decent, but rest of they were driving me crazy, underpaying and this and that, picky for like little things. Like Sheila, she was like so picky, like each and everything around the house. And I'm like, you cannot get a perfect house. It's a 1947 house. How can you, accept it to be like totally perfect, like a brand new house? And even though she's not willing to negotiate and put a high offer for that house, but that's what I decided, that she's not the right fit. I mean, she's driving me crazy.
Yeah,
that's good.
Here's the thing, Tanya. A good buyer is someone who's pre-approved. A good buyer is someone who's willing to get pre-approved.
Yeah.
If they're not willing to do any of those two things after 1 or 2 showings, then they're not a good buyer.
Yeah. Yes.
Seriously.
No matter how thing. Oh, go ahead.
If they're not pre-approved when you meet them or willing to get pre-approved after 2 showings, they're not a good buyer.
Yeah.
So one thing I do want to tell you, Tanya, that I think is amazing, and we've been looking for this verbiage, Jordan, Brittany, everybody, is that difference in appraisal. You broke it down very clear and concise. You said, because banks are appraising properties lower than what you're in contract for, sellers are expecting you to pay a difference in appraised value. I think that is probably the most simple and easiest way. I don't know if you'd agree with me, Jordan, that I've heard that be conveyed, because it's super easy. It's super easy to understand.
Yeah, no, I like it. And Tanya, one thing, like I said, just that I'd recommend, especially being a newer agent, is just every day, give it 5 to 10 minutes. Maybe it's just one script, just internalize one script a day from your buyer's consultation. But as soon as you get it, because of the hustle that you put in, you try and accept every lead. You're not afraid to go put yourself out there and drive and meet someone at the property.
Yeah.
You're taking all these steps. If you just up that one thing, you're going to have a lot more closings. You're going to have a lot more money. Most of my agents are really good at the buyer's consultation. Either they're scared to accept the leads, or they're too busy to accept the leads, or whatever. And if they got an opportunity, they would kill it. You're the opposite, right? You're a hustler. You're out there, grinding. You develop this skill set, man, you're going to be a machine.
Yeah, absolutely agree. No, I feel like buyer consultation is important, because at first, being a new agent, getting excited, I wasn't delivering it, to be honest. I was like, yeah, I'm getting leads and, like that. But same time, I realized that all the leads I'm getting are shitty, because I'm not, delivering them what is actually the market is. They are driving me crazy. They are driving themselves crazy. And I don't think it's suitable for everyone. So yeah,
so here's one thing I want you to shift your perspective, right? And I'm not upset with you at all, but here's the thing. We need to be difference makers.
Yeah.
Right? Because this market is so competitive. If we let the buyers do what they want to do, they'll never get into a home. So here's the thing. The leads are never shit. The only thing that's shit is how we manage them, how we manage their expectations, all that. So here's the thing, Tanya. If you would have delivered a powerful buyer's consultation to Sheila, I think she would have been a good client. But here's the thing. These are learning lessons. I don't expect you to come out the gate and be a master. I don't expect you to come out the gates and be an expert. And I'm not upset with you, and I've never showed any, issue with that. So All I'm saying is if you are going to take the time to accept the lead, meet them out there, the way for you to be a difference maker is to have a backbone, to be firm, and to have a lot of education on what's going on. And if you're new and you don't have that experience, the buyer's consultation will instantly give you that experience and instantly give you that credibility that you're looking for.
I agree.
So I think that's enough for the buyer's consultation, Tanya. Let's keep practicing. Next week, I am going to call on you.
Okay.
Just throwing that out there. I need to get that ramped up with you because, like I said, you're putting yourself in a lot of opportunities, and that's going to lead to a lot of closings once you master this.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to conclude our role play for today. Thank you for everyone attending. And if you have any questions or need anything, don't hesitate to reach out to me.